Good morning. I am relatively fresh and makeup free because today is the big day. I'm moving my eyebrows as much as physically possible with Botox, but I am getting my eyebrows microbladed, and I'm at the Anthony Vince Salon at not at Nordstrom, listen to me. That's where Nordstrom is. That is a slip of the tongue. At the Cantera Mall, where Nordstrom is, actually. Look how pretty it is behind me. They also do nails. Not my nails, but maybe one day. And I'm here to get my eyebrows microbladed, and I found this specific salon because the owner does my friend Sarah Hot and Humid's eyebrows over in Houston. They have locations there as well. So if you live in the Houston area or in San Antonio, you are in luck because they can take care of you. And I'm going to leave all their information below. This is the before. These are my natural makeup-free eyebrows, and I just have some foundation and concealer on and some bronzer and some mascara because, I mean, come on. But anyway, a little nervous. I'm talking very quickly. Haven't had any coffee today. They told me no coffee, no aspirin, no ibuprofen. We are gonna numb up. So let's go see Lynn. She came in all the way from Houston to take care of me. Just let's do a little pan of the nail area. How pretty is it here? There's the drying area, there's a bar, and then let's walk back and get this done. Waxing area. Pedicures. Really pretty here, actually. All right, here we go. The torture chamber. No, I'm kidding. No, it's actually quite pretty here. And this is Lynn. She is the artist who's about to make my eyebrows look normal and symmetrical. She's excited. I'm a little terrified. Here we go.
You'll be fine.
All right, I've become a human geometry project. We are drawing Lynn is drawing lines for symmetry and guidelines. And look up. I'll come back in a minute when I look more like a protractor. So there is a science, but there's definitely an art to this. Ooh. Wow.
See, looks the same, but just shaped.
Enhanced. And that's just pencil. Mm-hmm. Wow. Didn't hurt at all. No, I'm just kidding.
Then we do this side.
What are you using?
Just a regular brow pencil.
This is incredible. My eye looks bigger. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Great. I can't wait. We have drawn on all the board. I keep saying we, like I have anything to do with this other than laying on a very comfortable table. Lynn has drawn on, so this is where I look like I'm angry frowning. It's these lines. She has drawn the outlines. Obviously the outlines will not be there. Where you see bare spots, there will be lines drawn in, and it's ending where it should properly end. It's all in line. And now she's just gonna mix sort of a blend of colors. So it's an ashier brown, a little bit of blonde. We're gonna numb up and the process is gonna begin. I'm really excited. Honestly, a little bit nervous. I've been assured this will not hurt. You know I will tell you if that is not the case. And let's get started. I'm excited. I am numbing, and we have the numbing cream on, and I'm saran wrapped up, or cling wrapped. Sorry, not brand name. While we wait for that, I wanted to show you the tool that we'll be using to put the dye on my head.
Cool. It is a blade that has 18 needles lined up next to each other. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, wow. Oh, it almost looks like, oh, there it is.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yes. So what we do is these are disposable, so we use it one time and it's tossed. We don't have to take out the blade. There's certain people that take out the blade and just sanitize this stick, but this is a plastic stick, so we just throw it. It's just more convenient for me, I feel. And these are just the tube holders for the ink, and then we can just toss this whole thing away.
Perfect.
Yes.
Verity. I can't tell, obviously, because my eyes are half shut, but is there any blood?
No blood.
Not at all. I'm not a bleeder yet.
And you thought you were.
I mean, sometimes when I get Botox, there's a little bit of a...
Talk about Botox, I'm thinking about doing my forehead too.
How old are you?
Really, Marnie?
Yes, there is an age factor in this.
I'm 33.
You
know, it's like
usually, what is the age?
Well, I would say age is sort of one of the factors. Do you see any wrinkles?
I do.
Okay, well that's kind of, I would say then you're in the window.
I have it like on my forehead.
Well, that's where you would want to get Botox. Okay, well guys, here I'm videoing as we're talking about a completely different procedure, but you see the idea. I will pop back in a little bit when we get done with this eyebrow so you can see. But it doesn't hurt. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I feel like a little scratch, sometimes I feel nothing. You can hear it. It feels like Velcro kind of ripping, which is, I guess, my skin, but I don't want to really think about that. But it's not unpleasant at all, so don't let the idea that it's gonna hurt deter you, because it really isn't. Although I have been numbed, so there's that.
So that's just, you see the lines? This is the first pass. You see it?
I'll have to take your word for it. I can't look at my camera.
Oh, okay.
Cool, so that is first pass, and what, can you tell me what's happening?
So over here, I rub the ink in so it can absorb into the line that I just made.
Got it.
And then over here, I just applied the second numb, which will numb those lines, and the numbing goes into the line, so that way when I do the second pass and I go over the same lines, you won't feel it.
I love the color.
Yes, the color would even actually look nicer after.
This not so much. No, I'm just kidding. This is what we were going for here. This is perfect. Yeah, this is a don't. Okay, just a quick check-in. We have done obviously both. It stung a little bit. I don't even want to say the word stung. It's like it's so mild, so non-offensive or painful at all. No bleeding, which I was expecting to bleed. I'm not even really turning red, which I think if you know me, you know I turn red with zero provocation. So really pleasantly surprised so far. So yeah, I even have a baseball hat in the car thinking I was gonna leave here looking slightly frightening, but so far so good. We are done, and I did turn pretty red there at the end. She did a couple of passes, and what you are seeing, let me try to explain what you're seeing here. It probably looks pretty red because what you are seeing is actual blood just, this is making a little gross, just under the surface of the skin. It hasn't actually burst through. I'm not bleeding, but it's especially at the tail end there. You can actually, it looks like the ink is red. No, that is my blood. Just under the surface of the skin, not quite bursting through. So once in probably an hour or two, things will settle down, it'll recede, and that redness will go away. It is tingling, stinging, burning kind of. That sounds like it's painful. It's not, but I'm aware that there's a soreness there. So this is the final shape. This is the final look for now. There is some aftercare involved. So basically every 2 hours or so I have to take a gauze pad, a cotton round with some distilled water or bottled water and just kind of wipe, because there will be some, I don't want to say oozing. Oozing is a bad word, but there will be some fluid that comes through because it is a wound. I have intentionally wounded my face. We want to keep that clean because we want it bacteria free. Every 2, maybe 3 hours, I'm going to err on the side of caution, go with 2 until bedtime. Then I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to go over with a very thin layer of ointment, antibacterial ointment over each eyebrow before bed. Keep that on all night long. And then starting tomorrow, I'm going to do that same process, but after each wipe, I am going to add the antibacterial ointment in all day long for the 48 hours. And then after that, I think I could be misspeaking, but after that, I don't have to keep up with the ointment and all that. I'm going to put the aftercare instructions actually in the description box so that I will get the right ones. And this will darken a little bit over the next couple of days as sort of the ink comes through and the redness recedes, but then it will lighten quite a bit over the next week or so. So I will check in with you over the next couple of days so that you can see how things progress. And then I will come back at the very end and after maybe about a week, and you will see how things look. And then in about 6 weeks, I'll have to go in for one more touch-up because this will fade up to 30 to 50%, and I'll need probably one touch-up, and then it's good for at least a year. Sort of depends on how your body processes the ink. Some people can go up to 2 years without getting it done again. But that's it for me here at the Anthony Vince Salon. Thank you, and I will see you in a little bit. Hello, friends. It is 10:11. I am very tired. Okay, so here we are, about 12 hours later-ish, and they are kind of freaky looking. I'm not gonna lie. Trying not to freak out a little bit, but they look to me like vampire eyebrows because can you see like the red, like that's like blood behind them? And I gotta put some ointment on. I'm gonna put the ointment on. She gave me the ointment. I've been diligently not washing, but wiping them with distilled water every 2 hours. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna figure out how to like bioderma clean my face because I can't get them wet. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go to sleep. So I will check in tomorrow. Tomorrow I put the ointment on starting tonight, and then every 2 hours for like the next week. And we will see. But day one, they're creepy and sore. They are now sore. The numbing cream is worn off. They're sore. It's uncomfortable. Took some Advil. So there you go. And they say beauty is pain. I mean, pain is a strong word, but there is discomfort. And I'm cranky and overtired. So I'm going to get off now and check in tomorrow, where they should appear to be darker over the next couple of days. So that's exciting. See you tomorrow. Good morning. It is the next day, and I have no makeup on. I'm not planning on wearing makeup the whole day. I still have a blemish sticker on. Anyway, they don't hurt anymore. They're not sore. I have ointment on them. The redness you see, they're really irritated. That's just the nature of my skin. Kind of expected it, but it's still kind of freaky to see. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. I'm gonna check in a couple days' time, or if there's something noticeably different in their appearance. This is how they look today. I don't regret doing them. I know the redness will go away. I just wish the timing were different because we're traveling tomorrow, and then I'll be seeing people and have to be out in public in a few days, so maybe should have done this later in the year when I wasn't going to be anywhere for a little while, but it is what it is. So I'll check in when there's something to show you, but the only update I have for you right now is they don't hurt anymore, so that's good. It is 1 week since I've had my brows microbladed, so I'm here for a quick update. Since I've last shown you, I have no makeup on. I've just washed and moisturized and sunscreened, even though it's pouring down rain. They have turned red, looked like vampire brows. Then they scabbed over. I skipped that part because it was gross. Then the scabs fell off. They never itched. And now we're here. There's maybe this teeniest bit of redness right at the tail, but I've lost a little pigmentation in the inner corners here, and obviously the tail a little bit. And I will insert a picture of a graph that a friend of mine, Brandy, also a subscriber, sent to me from her microblading artist, technician, I don't know what you call them. So that is to be expected, and then soon everything should be kind of where it's supposed to be prior to the second visit and / touch-up. So this is, I'm trying to brush them up because I haven't groomed them or done anything to them, but I'm still applying the antibacterial ointment now twice a day, morning and night. The pigment has faded a bit, and I am pleased thus far. I'm not at home. We are traveling. We rented an apartment in Oxford, and we're actually about to hit the road and go back home. So that's why you're like, where are you? Just for the month. We're not moving here permanently or anything like that. It was just easier to rent for the month than get a hotel room for a couple of weekend visits. So that's where we are, and that's what's going on. Hey friends, this is my last update for this video. Now about 6 to 8 weeks from when I first had my microblading done, I will go in for a final touch-up, but that's a long time to wait for a video on the process. So this is as far in as we're gonna get on where I am. And for some people, they never go in for a touch-up, so I wanted you to see what it's gonna look like if you don't go back. So we are a little more than 2 weeks out. This is October 16th, and this is what the brows look like. Now, this is not entirely accurate. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going to wipe them off. I do have to still fill them in. That's why you need to go back for your touch-up. If you remember the little chart that I showed you, as you go through the stages after the scabbing part happens, your brows, the redness fades and everything, you'll still have a faint outline, but you're not gonna have the full-on filled in effect until you do the touch-up. So let me show you what we're dealing with. Hang on. So I took just a cotton pad with Bioderma and removed everything I've done on this eye, and this is still filled in. This has the Maybelline Total Temptation pencil. I just decided to try something new, and NYX Brow Mascara. This one is naked, which is funny because I'm wearing the Naked Honey palette, or what's left of it, on my eyes. So as you can see, it's probably a little red because I was just rubbing. You can pretty much see that even though the pigmentation has faded, I still definitely have an outline of where I can fill in. The tail is extended. The tail is extended. There's a faint shadow of where the tattoo or microblading has extended. So I have a guideline of where to fill in. But if I don't come back for that follow-up appointment, this is where it stays. Some more pigmentation may come through, but it's not going to be a full filled in effect. There is more shape to my brow than there was before the microblading. In fact, let me insert a before and after picture so that you can see. So my final thoughts, basically it's, would I recommend doing this? Compared to all the other little cosmetic procedures I've tried over the past few years, I would say out of all of them, 100% yes. Even if I had to pay for it myself, because that's the big one, right? This is not inexpensive. I do know that the prices in the South, in Texas, are far less expensive than they are up north. So I know that it runs into the 4 figures up north, and for that, I don't think I would pay that. But for around $500–600 here in my area, yes, I would pay for that. It can last a minimum of a year. Some people, it can last up to 2 years. It just depends on how your skin reacts. I think it's worth it, especially, I know I have generally good brows, but for my friends who have, even if they have darker hair, they have thinning brows. With aging, we lose the tail end. It is a major convenience factor. It is a self-confidence booster. It does take a lot of extra minutes off the makeup routine. You do look more polished. You do look more done, even with no makeup on. I would skip the lash lift. I would skip a lash tint. I would skip lash extensions. I would absolutely do the microblading. It didn't hurt. There were a few days where I looked a little bizarre, but if you time it right so you don't have anywhere really to go, and just get yourself a big pair of sunglasses where you can cover up if you have to leave your house, I really like it. Everyone that I've spoken to who have had it done absolutely love it. No regrets. So my advice is, if you're interested in doing this, ask around, ask your friends, ask who's had it done, do your research. As with anything else that you're going to do to your body, word of mouth and personal recommendations goes a long way. Don't believe a stranger. Don't believe me. No, seriously. I mean, I'm telling you from my experience, but you need to go see for yourself. This is something you're doing to your body. So, talk to people, read reviews, trust your instincts. That's the best advice that I can give you. But if you are interested in doing microblading, from my experience, I would say it was a definite positive experience. I'm glad that I did it. I will definitely schedule the follow-up and just get this little bit filled in here and the little bit in here. and I'm hoping that it hangs around for at least a year, year and a half, and I most definitely will pay for it going forward to continue to have it for as long as I can. Please make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when I do update you on the microblading experience. When I do get that touch up later on, either November or December, you will see that. I will vlog it, and obviously you will see it in the videos as my eyebrows go through another little transformation. Hopefully it will not be too traumatic, but if it is, you'll see it. Thank you, as always, for choosing to spend some time with me today. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully with matching eyebrows. Thanks again. I'll see you soon. Bye.